Hello everyone, my name is Emily Potter and I am your host for the Living the Dream Video Summit. I'm also the director of the Million Kisses Foundation, and I'm a musician living completely and solely within a gift economy model. So I am bringing together entrepreneurs from around the world to ask them one question. How are you living the dream? So it is so important to me. It's my passion in life that I want to share. I want us to blast through. I want us to blast through any kind of barriers of money and time and jealousy, competition, anything, so that you and I can live our dream. It's what I feel like we came to the earth to do. It's a lot easier said than done. So I brought these people together to ask them that question. What tools, what expertise have they really found that really helped them in living their dream? So we're going to now introduce you to Julie Behling-Hovdal. She's coming from Ivins, Utah. She's one of my dearest friends. Welcome, Julie.
Thanks so much, Emily. It's a pleasure to be here and really grateful for this opportunity to talk with you and also all the participants in the summit, because I know that every person who's chosen to opt into this is someone who's really ready to go to the next level in their life. So it's exciting to talk to these types of people.
I am so excited to have you. You are our specialist here specifically to talk to us about one of the tools that can be really helpful for our audience. So Julie is an entrepreneur for the last over a decade, I think 12 years. She is an entrepreneur in the healing arts at large, holistic health, business tools. She helps people really successfully get to the next level in business. And her passion in life that she's going to be talking to us about today is essential oils. So I know that lots of people in this audience have heard about essential oils. They know the benefits. They know that it comes from the earth and that's natural healing. And you talk about that so often and so great, especially for people who are, just getting into it. For this audience, we talked about how it might be most useful to really check in with the frequency and the vibrations of the oils and how that can actually help assist them in getting to the next level. Tell us a little bit about your story, how you got started, and then just launch into how this could be useful for our audience today.
Thanks, Emily. So prior to starting to use essential oils, I was not at my best. I actually was at kind of the lowest point in my life. I'd just gotten divorced. I'd spent the previous 6 years partially disabled, and I was depressed, and I had been stuck for many years. And I had really been praying and seeking for answers, things to help me move forward. And one of the most potent things that I came across at this time was essential oils. And I started using the oils. There was a lot of things they helped me with my health, but what they helped me with also is getting past different emotional barriers and really opening up to wider vistas. I was not raised in a family of entrepreneurs. In fact, my family still doesn't understand the way of the entrepreneur. It's a foreign concept to my family. So I really had to kind of break out and learn all this stuff on my own and seek out mentors. But the essential oils, I started using different oils on my feet and also my shoulders and aromatically also. That really helped me to kind of just shed my skin basically and be able to move forward into new areas that were completely unknown to me. And to this day, and I go through phases, we all go through cycles, and I'm in a cycle right now of really utilizing my oils because I'm working on another goal to get to another higher level that's, a little bit daunting. And there's something that really helped me. So let me tell you a little bit about what essential oils are. Chances are you've heard of essential oils because they are in the mainstream now. That was not the case. It's almost 12 years ago when I got started using them. But essential oils are, honestly, I think they're absolute magic. And they are from plants. They are from aromatic plants, shrubs, trees, flowers, and roots. And in some cases also the rind of citrus fruit that carry frequency. They carry the plant's immune system. They carry the protective chemicals that protect the plant from pests. They have a wide range of properties, everything from helping, support digestive health or helping with cognition and our brain function, to opening up our heart chakra, to opening up our crown chakra, connecting with the divine. And so an essential oil, and one of the ways I like to describe it and explain it to people and just to refresh your memory. So you take like a peppermint or an oregano plant and you crush the leaf between your fingers, and there's a very potent aroma that is released, and that is the essential oil. And in fact, anytime we use herbs or spices in our cooking, it's actually the essential oils in the herbs and spices that gives it the therapeutic value and the aroma. And unfortunately, with herbs that have been sitting for, I love herbs, by the way, but herbs that have been sitting for years and years, maybe in like a hot warehouse or sitting in your house for years and years, they gradually lose their potency. But pure essential oils are, they're in these bottles that are light protected. And so they can be, if they're stored properly out of extremes in temperature, they can last. I have some that are probably like 8 years old, like that are still good. So they can last quite a while, and it takes one drop of, let's use peppermint oil, it takes one drop of a therapeutic value peppermint oil to equal 26 cups of peppermint tea in terms of therapeutic value. So that's pretty potent. I like carrying them with me in my purse anytime I travel. In fact, I just was visiting with Emily and her sister, and did I bring a few oils with me, Emily?
There were a few oils, Julie, and I actually wanted to bring that into this audience too. Ceremony and manifestation, the power of oils. What you're really honing in on is exactly what we're talking about. It's a tool to raise the vibration so that the dream feels one step closer. That's really what we're talking about here. Ooh, I'm getting chills everywhere. It's exciting. It's exciting to have just a whole array of tools that people can use to get to the next level. So oils, even if someone doesn't believe in their dream, the vibration of the oils themselves can actually raise the vibration into that belief. Will you talk about how it actually affects the brain? Because the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of our neural pathways are in that rut of disbelief and all of these things that just cloud us over of doubts and insecurities. Tell us about that. How do the oils actually affect the brain and the neural pathways?
Well, I'll tell you what I know about the oils. So, and I'm going to get a little bit sciencey, just a little tiny bit.
Go for it.
We have an olfactory bulb that when we smell anything, it's going into our olfactory bulb in our nose, and then it actually reaches into our brain, and it reaches into the primitive, it's called the reptilian brain. And this is where there's a part of the brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is actually, it carries and holds old memories and emotions, and traumas can also be stored. If you have any traumas, it can be stored in the amygdala. So by inhaling essential oils, we can actually reach those traumatic things so they can be released. I've experienced it myself and seen where using a specific oil blend, I love single oils, and I also love blends that are designed for a purpose, but I've seen it where a person has just actually broken down crying and released some kind of trauma just by smelling an oil. It's really amazing. Now, the other thing that essential oils do for the brain is they go through the blood-brain barrier, and they're able to oxygenate. And when you use the oils, I truly do believe this, and I've experienced this. When I use the oils, especially with ceremony, with prayer, with meditation, with intention, that it magnifies. Like, we can do our prayer, our meditation, intentions, ceremonies. We don't have to use oils. And then we can use the oils by themselves. But when you add those things together, and there's other things you can add in as well, it really has a synergistic effect that magnifies. And I don't know, I like to get more bang for my buck personally. So.
And the main reason why it could be enhance the experience is that I'm just continuing to bring it back to people who are wanting to live the dream of their life. The whole purpose is to stay in that place of relaxation and joy and celebration to get to that next step. And
Absolutely.
so if you're doing a manifestation exercise and you're inhaling these beautiful aromas and allowing yourself to get in that place of relaxation during baths, I mean, you can just go crazy here. So I want to actually have the audience get to know who you are a little bit too. So you are a passionate entrepreneur about the oils. I want to get behind the scenes with you a little bit, Julie.
Okay.
Because you are inspiring to me. You are able to blast through fears like I've never seen. That's why I wanted you to be interviewed here. Can you take us through, imagine someone in the audience right now, connect your heart to someone in the audience right now who wants to do what you do. I want people to know that you are a mother. You are an entrepreneur, you are a mother, and there are fears around going to the next level. You're about to go to the next level in your life. Share with us something. How do you get to that place of fearlessness? When you have the fear, it's right there, it's scary. Take us to where you get to that place and then you make a decision to go forward.
Well, I'll give you two examples. One was I had a kind of a stressful morning this morning for a variety of reasons, and just different things went wrong. And I knew we had this interview, and before we got on, I used my oils, and actually I just put the oils on, and I didn't even do any intention exercise, and I'm feeling pretty good just from that. So that's one example of just putting the oils on.
Okay.
The second, the second example is one that I wanted to walk everyone through, and that is through a specific matrix energetics. I don't even want to call it modality, but a very, very simple and powerful visualization and it's like bringing what you want right to you that I've been doing. And we could do that right now. I wanted to talk a little bit more about some essential oil specifics.
Absolutely. And then take us right into that, because I would love for people to have that tool. You did that with me, and let's do it all.
Okay. So let me see. All right. A little bit more about essential oils in terms of frequency and dream building is essential oils are actually molecules. They have intelligence. They're from the earth. And things that are manufactured in a lab, I've heard it explained that they're like robots. When we ingest different pharmaceutical drugs, they will force the body to go in a direction, whether the body needs to go in that direction or not. When we utilize plant medicines like essential oils and also herbs, there's an intelligence there that bring the body more into homeostasis. And so also in terms of our thoughts and our emotions, the essential oils can help bring us into homeostasis and help us to have that balance physically, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. There's just a few examples of some oils and their energetic properties because they're all a little bit different. One oil that came to mind for me was geranium oil. It's a very, you wouldn't know it by the flower because it doesn't seem to have that strong of a smell, but geranium oil is a very, very potent like floral aroma, and it actually carries a strong feminine energy with it. So anyone who is working on nourishing their feminine energy, geranium oil is one. There's others as well. Ylang ylang and rose oil are really good for that. That really nourish the feminine. Geranium oil is really good over the heart chakra. It's really good for expectant mothers to connect with that divine feminine. Another oil that I really, really like is Idaho blue spruce. This is an oil to a more recent discovery in terms of this oil being distilled from the spruce tree in Idaho, but it has one of the highest frequencies. Rose oil is way up there, and Idaho blue spruce is also way up there in terms of frequency. It's very, very uplifting. You can put it on the brainstem area or the temples, or the shoulders is a really good place for it. And it's just the thing I love about the tree oils, the oils that are distilled from trees, they seem to be both grounding, and just think of a tree with its roots deep in the ground, and also uplifting. I like that. I like that dual use of all of the oils from trees, honestly, frankincense as well, which is my next one I wanted to talk about. My favorite one for meditation and prayer is sacred frankincense. It's a variety of frankincense from Oman that mega potently opens up your upper chakras, connects you with the divine. Now, anyone who thinks this is new age, if you're a Jew or a Christian, you can go back into like Deuteronomy and you can read about how the Hebrews used aromatic plants in their temple rituals and temple rites, and it lays it all out there. Frankincense was one that was used. Myrrh, aromatic plants are very prominent in the Bible. So, and very prominent amongst the royalty of that era. The royalty all really utilized aromatic plants and essential oils, and that's why we hear about the Christ child receiving the gift of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. One theory is that it wasn't actually gold, it was liquid gold or balsam oil. So a very strong history. Another oil with some really amazing properties that's in a lot of the emotional release blends that I use is called neroli oil. It's orange blossom oil. Have you ever driven, I don't know, Emily, have you ever driven through an orange grove when there's the
Yeah.
blossoms?
Oh yeah.
So it's it's an orangey smell, but it's a slightly different, and it's very, very potent. Neroli oil is absolutely divine. It really is highly uplifting and emotionally balancing and cleansing. Like, it just cleanses yucky emotions away. One last oil that I just wanted to mention in terms of frequency and properties is patchouli oil. It's got a very like musky aroma, very comforting. It was used a lot. The hippies in the 60s used it, burned patchouli as incense, but it has a very grounding and comforting frequency and aroma, very earthy. So there's just a few, there's hundreds and hundreds of beautiful aromatic plants on this planet that have been distilled into essential oils.
And all for the purpose, of benefiting the inhabitants of the earth. And wow, I thank you for some of those. Some of them I didn't know about at all. So just some of the people in the audience who might use the standard ones, just maybe have learned some new ones as well. So now you'll take us through the little visualization that you created.
Yes. So we're gonna go through that. Let me just share a few more tips. Personally, for dream building purposes and emotional clearing, I like to use essential oil blends because any one essential oil will have anywhere from 20 to 70 plus chemicals, natural chemicals in it. And you want that really broad spectrum of natural chemicals, small amounts. That's where you get the wide use of that oil. When you have a blend that has, like, let's say 5 or 6 essential oils, and there could be hundreds of natural chemicals, and so it can really take you even further. I will also put out a word of caution. So Emily, you may have heard about that there's a lot of olive oil, or people selling olive oil, but it's not necessarily really olive oil. And it's the same thing in the essential oil industry. There's a lot of people, in fact, I can go to my grocery store down the street and they're selling essential oils now in the checkout line for really cheap, but it even says on the bottle, not for topical use. Like, that's like a big red flag. That is not an essential oil. That's not going to carry the high frequency. It actually probably has some chemically manufactured constituents in it. You can go to Bed Bath & Beyond to get essential. At Walmart, these are not, you guys don't get those oils. So
Yeah, people who are looking for that purpose of high vibration, you get to do a little bit of behind the scenes of learning. And so there are definitely ways to know if people want to have the good quality stuff, for sure.
yeah, so that's all I'll say about that. But just buyer be warned, there's a lot of substandard oils out there, just like there's a lot of substandard olive oil. So
thank you so much.
So, okay, a few ways to use essential oils for success and dream building. On the feet. So when we put the oils on our feet, it's anywhere we put them on our body, it's going to be in all the cells in our body within 15 minutes or so. It's going to be, essential oils have a very small molecular size. They go in through the pores very quickly. They clear gunk off of the cell membranes. And so then our body can function the way it's intended to function if we're not all clouded up with a bunch of petrochemical residue and stuff. That's one of the other reasons why I really love oils, one of many reasons. Essential oils on the chakras, and I will have this in my book, like which essential oils are great for which chakras, to open up the different chakras, in prayer and meditation and visualization. On the shoulders, diffusing with a cold air diffuser or an ultrasonic diffuser. And then we're going to do this exercise now. Well, I just grabbed this oil. So we're going to use this oil, and I'm just going to, I don't know, this oil has, what does this oil have in it? It's a blend called Transformation.
So as you get ready for that, Julie, I want people to know something about you as you do the visualization. that you are one of the biggest dreamers that I've ever met in my whole entire life, and people will say that about me. So that's funny. So if anyone wants to know part of my support group, it's you, and it doesn't matter who and what and how I dream. I come to you and you believe in it. So I'm telling people that because if they decide to do this visualization for you with you, if they decide to pursue and be part of your world, they're getting someone who really believes in dreams coming true. You walk your walk, Julie. And so I'm saying that because you're about to do this visualization, and I want people to have a little background of, okay, I receive Julie as part of my dream. So everyone, I'm inviting you to open your heart to Julie and her gift right now.
Thank you, Emily. And seriously, right back at you.
I know. I mean, we create our masterminds, and you're part of mine. So
So this oil, just for if you're curious, it's called Transformation. It has lemon, peppermint, clary sage, Idaho blue spruce, sacred frankincense, cardamom, palo santo, and acatea. Sandalwood, sacred frankincense, and palo santo all have a historical use in different religious traditions. So anyways, so I wish you could all smell this oil, but go ahead and catch a whiff of it. And so now I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to hone in on one dream that you have, whether it's relationship, whether it's business, financial, health, or whatever that one main goal is that you have. And you can do this for other goals later, but let's just stick with one right now. And I want you to, and we're going to be doing a technique that Emily actually taught me from a modality called matrix energetics, where we're going to hone in on the parallel universe. The theory is that there are a different parallel universe for every possible outcome in life that we could imagine. And so even if you don't believe that, just pretend that it could be true. And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to intuit where that parallel universe is that has that goal that you're seeking, where that is part of your life. It's already there, and you're experiencing it and loving it. And so I can feel mine's actually off to the right because I'm laying out all the parallel universes like a deck of cards. So I'm just going to connect with that parallel universe. I'm going to breathe in the oil. Here's some more for you guys to smell. I wish you could smell it, and I want you to just feel how good it feels to bring in that parallel universe into every part of you, to energetically and spiritually, and feel how happy that makes you feel. Now, when you do this with an oil, I'm just feeling very relaxed and happy right now. When you do this with an oil, you're actually programming everything. So that would just, when you smell that oil, it can bring that in. So you can do this visualization that takes, like a minute or two, multiple times a day, ideally at least a couple times a day, and just feel how great it feels and how grateful you are that you have that wonderful thing that you're seeking already. And it comes to you very, very easily. You don't have to stress about it. You don't have to run a marathon to get it. It will come to you, and you can take some steps to get to it, but it's going to come to you. So anyways, that was just what I wanted to share with you guys. And I want to say, Emily, thank you for teaching me that matrix. And I have to say one more thing about Emily is I have a big goal I'm working on, like I mentioned, and I had a dream building session with Emily, and it absolutely made a huge difference for me. So Emily, I saw that you're giving away a dream building session. You're doing in a group fashion for people on the summit, and that is an amazing gift. I highly encourage everyone to participate in that. Emily's really gifted. It's her thing to help people to see their dreams come about. So you don't want to miss that.
Thank you, Julie. And I love, we've had a lot of individual sessions, and dream coaching and dream healing for a big group is very, very impactful. And then getting into the actual specifics is really fun for me too. So I appreciate you saying that. So I want to emphasize with this visualization, because people are going to make it their own, but I really appreciate having people be able to implement what they might have already been doing. So what I like with what you're saying is, if people already have essential oils, or they have access to them, or they want to have access to them through you, bringing that into the manifestation that they might already be doing on a regular basis. And what you're saying is to then continue to go to that parallel universe with that one oil being the catalyst to get you there. That it's a reminder to get into that place. So every time you smell it, you don't have to do this full on ceremony. It's just this beautiful, I'm there, I'm in that place. And what you're doing is actually reprogramming your brain. And what I know about neural pathways, it takes 68 seconds to actually solidify in new neural pathways. So I'm emphasizing what you just said because I want people to feel the excitement about the tools that they already have or have access to get to the next level of their dreams coming true. It's such a valuable thing that you offer. I want people to know how they can find you, Julie. Go ahead and tell us about that.
You can find me on Facebook, Julie Behling-Hovdal, and also my website, ylteamsynergy.com/Julie. YL Team Synergy is my team for my essential oil business. And yeah.
And then you're giving a free gift to our audience today. Tell us about the free gift.
It's going to be a PDF with more specific, much more information about using, it's called Achieving Success with the Magic of Essential Oils. And it's just going to give you a lot more detail and different ways to use the oils and different information about them. So yeah, everyone will be able to get that and download that for free. So.
Wonderful. It's very valuable. I know that you put a lot of time to make sure that it's good, accurate information, and I really appreciate that. People will really respond to that. I want to just emphasize one more time that people who know me, they know my passion. I'm inviting people to now know part of the mastermind group that I have created for myself with you. So if people are encouraging that, one of the reasons why I'm saying that is because some people don't actually have a support group and support system for the big dreams. And you are a big, humongous dreamer. So if nothing else, to get to know you and who you are, just to have that personal connection of someone who really believes in them, I highly encourage people to be in touch with you for oils and otherwise. So signing up for your email list is a very good idea. Julie, what a pleasure. It's been lovely. Thank you so much for making this happen, and have a wonderful afternoon.
You too. I'll talk to you later. And thank you guys for listening and tuning in.
And I'm going to just say goodbye to the audience and just tell everyone, I want you to know that I'm passionate about one specific stand that I'm taking. I'm taking a stand that money specifically is not a reason to walk away from a dream. So I have utilized that for myself. I am my own experiment, and I have decided to become a musician within a gift economy, which means that I'm doing everything, this summit, my music, my art, everything I'm doing for free, because I'm not going to let that be a barrier, which means that I get to trust the universe on a whole other monumental level. That means that anyone listening to me right now, and you know that you are the hands, the heart, the monetary gift of the universe that you want to give me, I want you to know that I gratefully receive it, and you can find my link below as well. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye, Emily. Thank you.